Well, here we are.
First podcast.
First ever podcast. Welcome to the first installment of Our Little Podcast. Do you like that?
I love that. When you told me the idea for the name of the podcast, I wasn't sold on the podcast until that happened.
Right.
And then I was like, magic.
Magic just happened.
Magic is going to happen. It's happening right now. We're in the middle of magic.
We are. We're living magic. If it seems like we're talking kind of soft, it's because our baby's asleep. There's a bathroom between us and the baby, but we don't want to wake him.
He's less than 3 yards away, sleeping.
It's really close. That means we have a really small bathroom.
Tiny head. No, it is a small bathroom.
It is. But, we've... before we continue, I think we need to call Cassie's cousin, Steven. Now, Steven, about 9 months ago... no, not that long. 6 months ago, probably. Time flies. I'm getting old. He said, hey, because he's been watching our YouTube channel, OurLittlePlanet, since basically day one, and he said, you guys need to do a podcast. And, we put it off until right now. So I think we need to call him to thank him for the idea.
I think that's
Can we call him from your phone?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to work your phone, so I'm going to let you do that.
Here, look.
I know technology, but her phone is, crazy.
Done.
You are magic.
I am.
You're magic.
I told you we're in the middle of magic right now.
This is Cassie's cousin, Steven. And that's his ringer. Ringing.
It'd be funny if he had one of those personalized ringers that were like, I like big butts and I cannot laugh.
That'd be awesome. What if he doesn't answer?
Steven.
We tried to thank you.
Hello?
Steven.
Hey, what's up, man?
This is Justino. Actually, just Justin and Cassie.
You've never said Justino before.
I've never said Justino, actually. What's up, dude?
Not much. What are you up to?
Oh, we're just, doing what we do, just chilling, just hanging out.
Cool.
But actually, we're filming and recording something. Do you remember 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 or 12 months ago? You said, hey guys, in conjunction with your YouTube channel, you guys should do a podcast.
I do remember that.
Well, we're actually recording it right now, and we thought what would be better for the first installment than to thank the man himself who gave us the idea.
Wow, right now, huh?
It's happening.
It's happening.
It's happening.
That's great. That's congratulations. That's really cool. And to your followers, too. That's going to be a fun addition. And you are welcome, sir. I thought... I figured, you guys have a lot to talk about. Justin has a really good face for radio.
It's true. I didn't say
anything about filming, if you remember.
Nice.
And you may know my cousin Steven from a beautiful dance that he was featured in on one of our videos. Entitled something about animal cruelty. Steven is the man inside the panda suit.
Oh, on our main channel, Our Little Planet.
On Our Little Planet.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to take the time to clear the air. I did not kill that panda.
You were 4 after all, weren't you?
I felt like I got an unfair shake on that. I mean, I'm not saying I couldn't. I just didn't.
Yeah.
You're a big friendly giant, aren't you?
You just
Well,
saw
you
it.
guys a good time. I'm at Kohl's, so if that's the music that you hear, I'm holding my wife's purse sitting in the little girl section. So
Nice.
Nice.
I don't
Where
know why
you
you're.
belong.
I don't know why you're in the little girl section because you don't have a daughter, but that's creepy. I'm calling the police.
Because I come get my poor man massage here. I've been sitting in the massage chair, and it happens to be in the little girl section. So.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. I'm a little uncomfortable, but hey, dude, thank you so much for everything.
Yeah, thank you.
You are welcome. Congratulations, guys. That's awesome.
Thank you. Peace.
Bye.
So that's Steven, and he's awesome. I'm kind of lucky. I'm kind of a lucky dude. I married into a pretty good family.
Yeah. You
No, for real.
are. No, you're a
Steven
lucky
and I
dude.
was going to say Steven and I were separated at birth.
No,
but that would
that's,
mean that we're cousins.
Yeah, that's just
it's
like
fine.
some
No, it's
awkward.
fine.
There's
No, it's fine.
some
It's
awkwardness.
Fine. It's
Oh,
fine.
cuddles.
Thanks. So before we proceed, I think there's something else we have to talk about.
The elephant in the room.
Is that a fat joke?
No.
Oh, okay.
You're
Just
looking
kidding.
quite
I actually
trim
have. I
today.
am losing a few lbs.
I know, you're working hard.
A few lbs, but
You're working hard.
we need to talk about the elephant in the room.
Is that a fat joke? Oh, I feel like we've done this before.
Basically, the Shaytards did a podcast last night, and we watched it.
And we did.
And it was thoroughly entertaining. I enjoyed it. I actually watched it with you last night, and then I watched half of it at work today.
Yeah, we laughed and we enjoyed it. And
Those
we
two
couldn't
characters
stop
are
smiling.
so talented and amazing and entertaining.
We're watching it, and at the same time, we're kicking ourselves because we're like, we should have taken.
Just make up words.
We should have taken heed of my cousin's advice when he said it. That's a lesson learned on both of our parts. What?
I don't know.
That's a lesson learned for both of us.
Yeah.
When Steven gives advice,
Right.
you shut up and you listen.
Unless he tells us to kill a panda, because I don't want to kill pandas.
Like, it was a fake panda, though.
Oh, okay.
It was a
It was like
stuffed animal, and my dad had already unstuffed it.
I don't like
and
killing
Steven
stuffed animals either.
just took advantage of the opportunity of a lifeless animal carcass, fake animal carcass, jumped
Nice.
inside and danced. But back to the Shaytards. Yeah, we are copying them kind of right now. But not, I mean, it's our own thing, but we're copying them in the sense that we're like, we should have done it. And now we're doing it.
Yeah, if we're being honest here, if this is a safe place.
This is not a safe place.
You know,
you
just like-
watch what you say here.
Just like
we're gonna fight.
Just like many people, we thought, let's do a podcast, and we procrastinated. But once we saw the Shaytards, I mean, if we're being honest here, I was like, doing it.
Done.
And, it's all good. The internet machine's big enough for everyone.
Right. Well, and I guess the past few months, we've gotten a few comments saying, oh, you guys are trying to be the Shaytards. And to be honest, like, when we started this, we didn't know anyone. Like, we didn't understand the whole YouTube game. We didn't know that there were the Shaytards.
I didn't know what a YouTube channel was.
But when we found them, like, that was amazing. And now, for someone to say, oh, you guys are trying to copy the Shaytards, I am absolutely flattered that you would even think that.
Yeah.
Like, flattered.
Right.
That's kind. Those aren't mean words to me. Those are kind words.
Well, and every YouTuber has a YouTuber. Can I use that? YouTuber? I guess.
I
right?
guess.
Has a YouTube story of how they got started.
Club.
And I think that would be a good time to kind of get into our story. Maybe.
Oh, this is kind of a touchy moment, just like our story.
But I'm thinking that
as lovers and YouTubers.
I don't know what voice that was.
I don't
know.
It was your sexy voice.
I think so.
Could tell.
Yeah,
I
you
could
know
tell.
that voice well. But ultimately, like Cassie said, we didn't know anything about YouTube until about 2 or 3 months in. We realized that there were these other channels, and some of them were huge, and some of them were tiny, and then about 3 months in, we realized we can make money at this.
Yeah. At the time, we were getting 30 views a day,
Oh, yeah.
and I think 15 of those were my family members.
Probably. All 15 of them.
Yeah.
I counted them one day.
Your counters messed
and that's the funny thing about YouTube is a lot of people say that it's an easy way to make cash. And people think that people start into YouTube for the money. I don't know if any of the successful YouTubers started it for the money. I don't know. Maybe some did. But I think most people start it because it's a fun thing to do. It's a fun hobby. And then they come across, they're like, oh, I can make a few bucks at this. If we were making a ton of money at it, I wouldn't have 2 jobs. I'm just saying.
And I would be just like showered with diamonds.
Let's kind of...
I would have a gold tooth by now.
So we have 2 YouTube channels, Our Little Planet and Our Other Planet. Our Little Planet is almost at its 365th daily episode.
Woot woot.
Our Other Planet's like at 125 or something. And it's not so much about quantity, because it's more about just doing it every single day and putting out a product that we are, I think, proud of every single day.
Yeah, and we get to document our lives with each other in these early years, and having Johnny with us, that's really exciting. And to go back just to the beginning and see when he was so little, sitting in his car seat and stuff.
That's awesome.
It honestly, like, they're supposed to be funny videos, but I could shed a tear when I see the differences in him and how big he's gotten and how smart he's gotten and everything.
Right. I'm in total agreement. We, I guess, two things. Let's get into our YouTube story. But second, what does this remind you of? You and I in front of a microphone.
What should it remind you?
Oh, you broke my heart.
Oh, sorry.
You broke my heart. No.
Your radio show?
Yeah, when we were dating, you would come to my radio show.
Yeah, I would.
And
that's how I smuggled my smuggled.
Smuggled. I don't know what you're gonna say, but I'm gonna say smuggled. It's fine. It doesn't even matter.
Made up words.
Made up
tonight.
words. I thought you were gonna say crap, but made up words is good enough. That's fine.
I just smuggled.
What's the rest of the sentence?
My way into your heart.
Oh, you did smuggle your way into my heart.
By telling you, oh, I don't have anything to do tonight. And you're like, well, I just have my radio show. I'm like, oh, that sounds fascinating. Tell me more, kind sir. And you're like, well, there's not much to tell, but would you like to come with me? And my heart went, oh. And so I said yes. And love was born at a radio show.
It was a lot of fun. And basically, the backstory of the radio show is the way I had to do it is I bought time on a local radio station. And then... This
is many years ago, by the way. Not to interrupt your story, but...
Sure. 2006.
Yeah, 2006.
Yeah, 2006.
Because I think people will make another comparison to the Shaytards in that way.
Oh, yeah.
But I just... Yeah.
Well, I've been writing, creating, and producing since I was 15.
Talented man.
I was my first album was in a punk rock band when I was 15, but we'll talk about that another day, another time. So I've been doing stuff like radio or music since then, but not 2006 since I was 15, and that wasn't in 2006 because that'd be creepy. But yeah, 2006, I bought time at a radio station, and then I'd sell advertisements to pay for that time, and then I would call my favorite bands or email them or write them and interview them, and sometimes it would just be phone interviews, sometimes they'd be in person because we are in Las Vegas and they travel here, and it was great. It was a lot of fun. It was called LV Pirate Radio.
That's right.
And we actually stopped doing it because sometimes we'd show up and the radio station would just be like, oh, we're closed. I'm like, what do you mean you're closed? I have a show to do.
Mm-hmm.
Did it for about 6 months. And the other thing is, our engineers are funny. The engineer would just sit there and fall asleep sometimes. Or just stare in a cocained out daze. And it was challenging. But that was 2006. We got married in 2007.
True.
Baby Johnny was born in 2010. From 2007 to 2009, we owned a small business, and we were doing really well, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it was incredible. We had a big house. We had a lot of big bills. I had my dream car. And then we struggled. I hope I'm not getting too personal. Am I getting too personal?
No.
Just slap me if I do. Don't slap me.
Just get it all out there on the table, and then we'll just roll on past it, because it's not a sob story.
No, it's not by any means. No, not by any means. Not by any means. Yeah. So we struggled for we killed it, and we were doing well. Had what we thought was
the
awesome.
dream.
Yeah.
We thought that we were living the dream, but we still even then we weren't near as happy as we are.
Nowhere close.
Right now.
In this moment.
In this very moment.
And struggled for a year, maybe more. And I mean, we really struggled, and we struggled to pay bills, to pay utility.
Yeah, for example, one time we went to visit my parents in Boise. We stayed there for 3 weeks because we couldn't afford to get back. So,
yeah.
And my parents, they were very understanding and more than happy to have us, but we couldn't get back to our home because we were just...
So we hung out and worked.
Just struggling.
I had the ability to work from there through phone and email and stuff. But it was like a faucet turned off. I mean, when things slow down, they slow down immediately.
Right.
And it wasn't like my income cut in half. It was like it cut It was cut by 75%. I mean, it was insane.
It was insane.
And not a sob story. Not a sob story at all. We've always stayed positive and we're always moving forward and whatnot. But what happened is last summer, like last July, we some would say they lost these things. I would say we donated it back. We had my dream car. We donated back, quote unquote.
Right.
We gave back to BMW. We had a giant house. It was way too big.
It was way too big.
And we ended up not having that house anymore. And throughout this time, we still have the business, even to this day. I mean, we've still pushed ahead and we've done our best to make it work. And so last summer, summer of 2010, right?
Right.
Our lives changed, drastically.
We cut our bills to a quarter of what they were. We cut back on everything. And we didn't go out to eat. We didn't nothing, no extras. And so we were at that time we were really looking for something that would just bring some excitement. And we had this little baby, and
Show did.
And
he was born in May. I knew that. Sometimes
bad
I forget.
parent.
Sometimes
You're an awful parent.
And I've done music before, and I was gonna do music for just keep doing music and hit it more for the joy of it, because I do enjoy it, and I have done it here and there again and again. But we really wanted something that the whole family could be in on.
Totally.
And I borrowed a camera from my mom for a work project. This old camera. Thank you, Mom, for letting me borrow it. But it wasn't.
Thanks, Mother Mary.
It was great. It was great. Anyways, we one day Cassie put it on the dashboard and she said, "Let's record our conversation." And I was thinking, why?
Cassie's a genius.
And so she hit record, and she wouldn't look at the camera, but I would, and I was directing my attention at the camera, because when there's a camera in front of you, generally you look at it and talk to it.
I can't play that game.
Cassie's naturally really, really, really painfully shy.
I really
And over the past year, she's really come out of her shell.
You wouldn't know that this butterfly was once a caterpillar.
Or a snail. But I don't know what that means. She's mucusy. But I don't know what that means either. Oh, that's gross. But I think you didn't want to look at the camera, and we're talking about Our Little Planet. We're talking about the birth of Our Little Planet. You didn't want to look at the camera because you wanted to forget it was there, right? So you could be yourself.
Yeah, I just wanted it to be looking in on our normal conversations. And you can see in our first video, we talk to the camera a couple times, or you do. I don't.
I'm a jerk.
Yeah, you.
It just felt so unnatural not to look at it.
But now, it feels weird looking at a camera, doesn't it?
I feel naked. I don't like it. And no one else likes it when I do. What's happening?
I do.
Okay,
I think you have pretty
uncomfortable.
eyes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So, we edited that video, put it on YouTube.
Laughed our
I
butts
stuttered.
off.
Did you hear me stutter? It was like walkie-talkie static. We thought it was kind of funny, and so we posted on YouTube. Created this silly channel name called Our Little Planet because you had to, and showed it to your family first.
Yeah.
And they were on the speakerphone.
Yeah, I wanted to listen while my mom watched it to see if she would laugh, because I didn't want to hear afterwards saying, "Oh, it's funny."
So you said hit play.
I wanted to hear the actual laughter. We hit play at the same time. We're like 1, 2, 3, play, and we watched it through, and they actually laughed, and I was beaming. I was so proud.
No, it was great. It was
great.
great.
I
was
gave
right
birth to our second child. Just then.
Just then.
Painless.
No pain. There was no pain in it because it was a video.
Correct.
I can't feel my fingers. And so basically we've done that every day since. And Our Little Planet is always unscripted. I mean, it's just conversations we have. Obviously, unlike this conversation, Our Little Planet's always upbeat and lighthearted and a little silly and whatnot.
This is a little different for us.
Yeah.
A more serious approach.
Yeah.
But without Our Little Planet, we would not be here today.
Well, physically, we would be probably here still.
Probably not in this
vanish.
room. We would probably be sitting on the couch.
We're in our kitchen. No, we're not in our kitchen. We're in our dining room. Our kitchen's right there.
We're in our bathroom.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm on the toilet. We have 2 toilets sitting next to each other. Hey, babe.
Oh, that's a good idea. Wouldn't that be precious?
Oh, that's awful. I hate
Just
that
like a
idea.
his and hers toilet.
No, it's awful.
I would like a pink toilet.
There'd be pee all over my lid.
I don't have to share with you. I'm going crazy.
Wait, we don't share toilets, do we? Just kidding.
No, we really don't.
Oh, okay.
We go to the bathroom in separate bathrooms.
But we're in our dining room at our kitchen table using our Mac that I'm surprised still works.
Yeah.
It's in sad
Keep
shape.
running. You can do it.
We're recording this on our, the Snowball Blue microphone. It's great. I like it. I like it a lot.
I do as well.
And I'm sitting next to my duck lamp that once belonged to Mr. Arturo Trejo.
Just like all of the things that
These
you
are
need.
a few of my
And
favorite
your
things.
lovely wife. You forgot to mention your lovely
No, I was
wife.
saving the best for last.
Aww.
Just kidding.
You
No, I
don't roll
was.
your
I
eyes.
didn't roll
You
my
don't
eyes.
roll your
I didn't roll my
eyes.
eyes. I didn't roll my eyes. So I think we should do this weekly.
Doing it.
Cool?
Done. Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah, no. This is fun. This is really fun.
Well, we're able to talk about different things than we do on our second channel, Our Other Planet, or our main channel, Our Little Planet. I mean, if we just recited boring history on those channels, people would be like, lame.
Boring.
And then punch us in the face.
Yeah. Well, and we don't have... this is a good opportunity to let people know some backstories and some things more in depth, because we try to keep both of our YouTube channels, the episodes, we try to keep them under 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell like a full-length story and keep it fun and exciting in 10 minutes.
Right.
So this will kind of give us the opportunity to do that.
I'd really like to have some of our YouTube buddies on here.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Awesome.
No, I just like, it'd be cool to have E-Poddle.
That'd be awesome.
Easy E. It would even be fun to have my cousin Steven
I would
on.
love to have Steven.
I would love to
He's
have
one of my
Steven.
favorite. Did you know we were separated at birth?
No, stop
By
it.
the way, we're cousins. We're cousins. I just kissed her on the face, on the lady face.
Aww.
But what we're going to do is we're going to try to get these podcasts on iTunes. I have a friend who's helping with that right now. Not like right now, because we have to finish the first episode first. Sorry. And then we're also going to have the video on a YouTube channels. So those who are just on YouTube don't miss out. But those who would prefer to listen to it from iTunes and download it as a podcast have that opportunity.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. So there's been a lot of talk about YouTube channels selling out, quote unquote. Different YouTube channels. What? And some people have said, make sure you guys don't sell out.
I don't know what that means.
So when your favorite band sells out.
Oh, I know what that means.
What does that mean?
That's a bad thing.
Yeah. What happens to them?
Like they lose their street cred and they lose their genuine.
They change for money, basically.
Right.
I mean, their music's different, everything's different. And so a lot of people are saying, make sure you guys don't sell out like whoever sold out.
You can't pay me to change.
And it's like, I would never sell. I would never change myself for money. Ever. However.
How much money?
Exactly. However, I don't know. There's a fine line between selling out and making money doing something that you thoroughly enjoy.
Yeah.
So if coming to a point where we're making money from YouTube so that I don't have to have 2 jobs means we're selling out, then but I don't think that's what it would mean, really. I think that's like success, but selling out is, I guess, just changing our content and being lame-os.
Yeah. Well, I think that people enjoy kind of the roughness of it.
Sure.
And there's kind of a charm. It's like punk rock. You and I both love punk rock.
This is true.
And the biggest part of the appeal is it's just like raw. It's just like
a dude with a guitar
and
who really can't sing very well.
Yeah, he doesn't have to sing really well.
Right.
He doesn't have to. He just has to feel it.
Singing from the heart.
And as long as we still feel it and we're still having fun, it's not going to change.
Right.
Like
It's not who we are.
Once it stops being fun,
right,
and we're just doing it for money, that's when we've sold out. And I don't want to do it anymore after that.
No.
Like that's.
No.
I like to do it because it's fun, And it gives us both this creative outlet that we crave.
Well, and I think what better life is there than being able to, I don't know, hang out with your family all day.
Yeah,
and,
totally. That's the dream.
Get paid for it.
Right.
I mean, I like you guys a lot. I mean, that's great. It's great.
We like you a lot too,
gracias.
Justin Evans.
Thank you in Spanish. But you know, I don't know if that day will ever come for us. And if it doesn't, it's okay because I feel so blessed with the viewers that we have and the modest following that we have. And if it stayed like that forever, let it be. I'll just continue because I'm having so much fun.
It honestly,
so
if nothing changed from what it was right now, I'm so happy doing what we're doing.
So much fun.
If we lose viewers, even like right now, like it's a blast.
It's amazing. I love meetups.
Yeah, they're fun.
I love everything about it, and I especially love, unlike the music I've done or whatever else I've done in the past. With those other things, my family isn't involved.
Yeah.
This, we're equal parts.
Totally.
You're 60, I'm 40. You're 80, I'm 20.
That's not true. We're equal parts.
But that's why I love it. So if the day were to ever come that I could quit my night job,
that
work,
would be our dream come true right there.
Not work 80 plus hours a week because YouTube was doing well, then I'm not going to complain. And I hope that people would be proud of us and feel like we were a success and not like, oh, they suck. Justin should be working and have darker bags under his eyes because he's funnier that way.
No, I don't think people would be disappointed at all. I think that people would love to see you not have that other job. Like, then we can put more into our YouTube stuff.
Yeah. And that's what it's about. How many songs have you and I talked about writing, or have we written, or how many... We have that book that we're almost finished with.
Yeah.
So many things that we want to do, but we're going to do them, but it's taking longer than it should because we're working so much. Anyways, I don't want this to sound depressing.
Yeah, let's change gears here. Like I feel like we've beat a dead horse to a bloody pulp.
Have you ever beaten a dead horse before?
And now let's move past it.
Have you ever beaten a dead horse?
No, I'm not interested.
It's something that's hard to move away from.
Is it?
And get past.
That's funny. That's really funny. I'm like so impressed with what you did just then. You're really impressed too.
Yeah,
oh, you're blushing. That's cute.
But I'm tan. When I blush, what color is it?
It's like purple. It's like you're bruised.
Oh, you're bruised in your face part.
Oh, that's sweet.
Nice. That's so cute. I like it when that happens.
One thing we talked about doing here in this taking this opportunity to say my real name. Didn't we talk about that?
It's your call. I mean, it's totally up to you. We've used your real name, just half of your real name.
Yeah.
And here in these parts, do you want to go by your given name?
I mean, whatever. Like, but
because I'll always call you Hey You.
Yeah, I know.
Regardless of what you want to be called.
You always forget my real name.
I do.
My name at all. You don't even pretend and throw out Jennifer. You just say Hey You.
Yeah, Jennifer's blonde. So.
But I've said in our videos a couple of times I've referred to myself as my full name, and then I'm like, oh crap, we're not doing that. But here I will say that my first name is Cassiopia. Yep. And I like to refer to myself as Cassiopia. So sometimes I'll refer to myself as Cassiopia, and then I'll have to cut that and say just Cassie or something. But it's like the constellation. People like to say, oh, like the movie Serendipity. But John Cusack is worthless. Just kidding. He's not.
Nice. You're fun with it.
Oh, it always does that at 8:13.
Are you serious?
It does. Every day at 8:13, it lights up and reboots itself.
That's weird, because every day at 8:12, all our cabinet doors open.
Really?
Just like,
I don't know why that was hilarious.
I thought that was funny.
Oh, you're turning purple
It sucks you don't have a sense of humor. Because there's a spirit in our house, and he opens the cabinets.
That is what I dreamed about last night, so that's freaky. It was like a paranormal activity thing. Like,
really?
And also in my dream, whenever the clock would have a 6 number in it, it would disappear.
Are you serious? So how much acid did we do before we fell asleep last night?
I know. I can't remember.
I think
so
6.
probably too much.
I think 6.
72.
I think you're closer.
Yeah.
It's probably 10.
I don't know how to
I
measure
don't know either.
acid.
I'm just throwing out numbers and letters. I didn't send any letters.
So my my parents are nerds. So
No, they're not.
No, honestly.
Oh, come on, that's unfair.
Oh, come on.
Your dad plays chess in his mind. That's not nerdy.
My parents are
I love my
seriously
in-laws.
like my best friends.
I love my in-laws.
It's kind of sad. I make fun
You
of
know I
them a
love
lot.
them, right?
Oh, I know you
Okay.
do. I make fun of them a lot, but it's really because they're the only people that I talk to on the phone.
He really
I
does
talk
play
to
chess in
you.
his mind.
He really does. And he beats me. Like, I'll play on a real board, and he'll tell me where to move the pieces, because I can't keep track of everything in my brain part. And so, he still beats me, even when he's just thinking about it.
It's usually a belt.
Oh, yeah. He beats me in the face with his belt.
It's a joke.
That's like a old-time farm child beating joke.
I'm full. I have a book on them. An old-time farm child beating joke. Got
For
all
dummies.
For dummies. How do I beat my kid? Oh, there we go.
My little sister, when she first visited our house, she was looking at our bookshelf because she loves to read, and she's like, "Why do all of your books have 'For Dummies' in the title?"
And the reason is, like, sometimes I want to know a little bit about a
I
topic.
just want to be educated.
I want to know a little bit about a topic, not a whole lot. So I buy the For Dummies book. I don't want to, like, know how to be an engineer, but I'd kind of like to know the basics of engineering.
See, I just like to figure it out, like, all by myself. I don't want a book telling me that I'm a dummy and explaining. I'm like, engineering, I'll figure that out.
No, when you read
You don't
instructions...
tell me what to do.
I was going to say, when you read instructions, you're like, oh, no, you didn't. You will not tell me what to do.
Yeah.
You will not. Every paragraph, you will not tell me what to do.
And so I build it my own way. Oh, I'm a rebel.
You're such a rebel.
I just have a rebellious
Oh,
spirit.
just rebelness.
Rebelliousness. Rebel without a cause.
Rebel without a cause.
Only I have a cause. It's because you can't tell me what to do. That's my cause.
That's right. That's right.
I don't care who you are. My mom, my dad, or a piece of paper.
Or a police officer.
Or a police officer.
Unless you have pepper spray.
No police officer.
Well, I think that our little podcast is one of my favorite things in life.
This is fun.
No, I like it.
Don't tell me it's over.
Well, it doesn't have to be over, but we kind of talked about staying around 30 minutes, and I think we're at that much time.
Oh my goodness.
So it doesn't have to be over.
No, like...
This is so easy. We could do this more than once a week. Let's do it once a week.
Yeah, you go crazy.
Sorry.
Justin's
do it 5 times a day. They will love us.
Justin's like, let's start, when we just had Little Planet, he's like, let's start a second channel. We'll start our other planet. And he's like, we'll do it once a week. That lasted for 2 weeks, and then he's like, we're going daily. It's happening. We're going daily.
Our wonderful viewers were like, I need more than this. And so we made it daily. It's not my fault. Blame them. Blame the people. Blame the people.
Blame the people, not me. They just want too much of my heart. My heart will go on. Well, I don't know. What did people do to, like, end podcasts? Like, no one can see me dance.
Well, up until like 6 months
Should
ago,
I tap dance?
I had never listened to a podcast. Or 9 months ago. I can't remember when Steven told us that we should do this.
He loves them.
But I enjoy them.
Yeah.
I really enjoy them. Sorry, I just burped. You might smell that. It smells like dinner.
Okay.
Dinner was good. Thank you for making it. But
You're welcome.
that was great. If you want to smell
Oh
it.
my gosh.
Yep, my
Yeah,
bad.
that was-
that's
that
probably going to
was
be the end of the
intense.
podcast
That
today.
was intense.
Sorry, I went that way. I looked towards the duck lamp, but
Oh
the
my
duck lamp blew
gosh.
it back at you. I'm
You're
sorry.
gonna sleep in a different room as me tonight, because
Oh, that's
if
so
that's
different
what's
from normal.
coming out of your front, what's gonna come out of your bottom? You fart
You
at
know I
night.
have a constipation problem. You know I have a constipation problem. Why do you have to bring that up?
Too
That's so
much
cruel.
too
That's
soon.
so cruel.
Or not
That's
enough.
So cruel. I think everyone should check out the Shaytards podcast.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I LOL'd so many times, and those two characters are so stinking funny
I
and
know,
talented
and we're like
beautiful.
smiling
They're
the whole
beautiful.
time. They are, and it's awkward when you're like watching a podcast and they're just like saying funny things and getting along, and we're smiling the whole time. It's embarrassing. Like, when you are watching a show and you realize that you're smiling the whole time and you gotta go, oh, stop it. Oh, you stop it. And then you do.
Right.
But then the smile just keeps coming.
Just keeps coming. So we're going to try, like I said earlier, we're going to try to get this on iTunes, and then there's a YouTube channel that you may or may not be watching this on. Either way, we're going to do our best to do this once a week. By do our best, I mean it's going to be once a week, because we've done an Our Little Planet video every day for a year and haven't missed a day. So I don't imagine we'll miss a week of this.
We're in it to win it.
Interested in what you guys want to talk about, so please leave us comments or messages or whatever, and let us know what questions you have, what you'd like us to discuss, because although we're going to keep this lighthearted, upbeat, and positive up top, we're open to discuss almost anything.
Yeah, just...
I kind of don't want to talk about my poop problems, but I'm just kidding. I said constipation earlier. Why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, no, I'm okay talking about your poop problems. You constantly talk to me about your poop problems.
I do not. I do. This is true. I do.
So then, in conclusion, tell us what you want to talk about.
Yes.
Thank you to the Shaytards for finally motivating us to finally do this. And thank you to Steven for telling us to do this, because without him, this would not be possible. Thank you, dear cousin Steven.
Thank you, Steven.
And now I'd like to turn the time over to my dear husband,
Justin,
for his final remarks.
in their podcast, Shay was wearing a plaid shirt. So not only am I copying him because I'm doing a podcast, I'm copying him because I'm doing a plaid shirt. And I'm copying him because I have a beautiful wife.
Oh,
so I'm just a copier. I'm just a copier. And I've been running, so I'm copying him too.
You get it. We're copying them. We're not trying to. It's just kind of happening. We apologize. We're not trying to be the Shaytards doppelgangers, because as we know, we can't.
They're far more beautiful and talented than we are.
Truly.
But we're two individuals who have a lot of dreams, and we work hard.
I know, I had a crazy dream last night.
You did. You should stop doing acid. Okay, well, until next time.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you and happy pooping.